Right, good afternoon everyone. I hope you're all well and everything. Welcome to round 7 of the SRL F1 League. We seem to be a bit more prepared than the last weekend. We've got all the audio and stuff all sorted. That's all good, man. But yeah, this week we're in France. So a much longer circuit. Should give us a good race as always. Since we've got about 5 minutes or so before the lobby gets going, I will just read out how last week's race went. If I can get it up on my phone very quickly. Yo, bro. It's pronounced like Jules, or you can call me Julian. I'll call you Jules, mate, if you want. Welcome to the stream, mate. Hope you're doing well, lads. I see you're in the race, so is this your first race, is it, mate? Or were you in last week? I can always forget. I always seem to forget who's new and whatnot. But if you are new, hope you have a good race, man. I will call you Jules during the race, no problem at all. So in terms of other, I think it's rather a new person as well. This is my third one now. Fair enough, mate. I'm so bad at remembering, because I'm in the F3 division, so like I jump between the F3 and then jump onto the top division. I just completely forget who's new and who's not. Yeah, use jump call holes. Alright, okay, if you change your game time, have you, mate? Fair enough. No worries, lad. I will call you Jules. If I forget, I do apologise. Yeah, no worries, mate. Thanks for letting me know. I've had some interesting days, to say the least, that I'll have to try and say while doing this commentary, so all the help I can get is well appreciated. Hope you have a good race, mate. I was trying to get up the race standards for you guys, but unfortunately they don't seem to have been posted. And because my memory's so bad, I can't remember who won last week's race. So unfortunately I'm going to have to abandon that idea. But we are at round 7 now, so I believe there's not. After this one, we've got 3 rounds left. I can confirm that. No, we've got 4 more rounds after this, so we've still got quite a bit actually. We've still got quite a few rounds to go, so that's all good. We've got 14 drivers on the grid at the moment, by the looks of things. I believe we're still waiting on a couple of people to join. Looks like Nico's trying to join. I think that's everyone who's trying to join. We're not sure if Chopper's going to make it into this race or not. Unless it just joined just now. Doesn't look like it. But I've got my coffee here, guys. I've got a nice coffee. I'm looking forward to this race. Should be a good one. I always enjoy this. This is like one of my highlights of the week, is being able to watch a good league race. So I'm looking forward to this. Good luck to all the drivers as always. Have a nice clean race, and give us some good racing action. So if you are new to the stream, or you've never seen this, we're going to have an 18-minute qualifying session first of all, just to decide the grid, and then we'll have a formation lap, and then we will have the race. I believe it's 27 laps around France, so we do 50% races, so we've got 27 laps, so it should be about just over an hour, I would say, of a stream. So sit back, grab yourself a drink, and do enjoy. Unless you're one of the drivers, in which case, get focused. I didn't know what to say there. Yo Taha, how are we doing? Where is Ege? What? Ege? Oh, goodness sake. I'm not saying that. Right, so let's get this set up. So we'll have that locked, entry on, data, got the full track map on. Ege, eat me. Oh, dearie me. Don't know what's going on in the chat. I think I've got some trolls. Oh, I see. You're a supporter of Ege. I see. Okay, I'm with you. Fair enough. So all the drivers coming out now. Well, not everyone, but most are coming out for their first lap in qualifying. We've got some fans of Ege Yildirim. Give the fans what they want, I suppose, very quickly. There's Ege on his outlap. On their outlap, I should say. He is the best driver in the league. We've definitely got some good supporters. Show me only him. If he puts in some good laps, I'll definitely show him more often. Anyway, we're on board here with Wet Boy on Drugs. As he goes with his first fast lap. Get DRS down here now. Now we're going to sector 3. This is where keep it nice and steady, keep it nice, keep it tight, not losing too much time. Looking alright so far. Got a yellow flag in sector 3. Nothing too important though. Yarek means best in Turkish. Alright, okay, fair enough, lad. Learn something new every day. Anyway, Wet Boy on Drugs is going to cross the line. What is he going to do? He is going to do a 1:29.3. So that is the time to beat for the rest of the drivers at the moment. As Shari goes a 1:29.74 tenths behind Wet Boy on Drugs. Meanwhile, Yari's teammate Max Young currently on sector 2 as Ege goes second with a 1:29.4. Very good lap from him. We'll stay on board with Max as he comes around the last few corners. As Fighter goes provisional pole for 1:29 flat almost. Yellow flags again in sector 3 as Max Young comes around the final corner onto the start finish straight. What can he do? Can he challenge Fighter's time? He can go a 1:28.6, so it's 3 or 4 tenths faster. Very good lap from him. Go on board here with Jules, who very kindly came into the chat to tell me that to call him Jules, so we'll call him that. He comes into his final sector of the lap. They're keeping his speed up. Keep it nice and tidy around there as well. Oh, don't mind, he actually going into the pits. I've just wasted all your time watching him, and I do apologise. What about Kebab? Is he on a fast lap or is he just going into the pits? I think he might be going into the pits. I'm not sure. We'll stay on board with him though. Say Yarek Ege please, man. Show me your Yarek. He will be the happiest man, will he now? Anyway, as Kebab is going to put himself up to P7 from 1:29.3, not bad from him at all. Meanwhile, we jump on board here with Dank, currently in P10. I think he's going into the pits though, so we'll jump off board with him, if you like. Meanwhile, Liam, who has done a purple first sector, is looking decent so far. Chat's going mad. Great to see so much support for the drivers. You can definitely see a fan favourite. Liam currently one of 2 drivers who hasn't set a lap time yet. Looking decent so far as he is now into the final sector. Could he potentially challenge Max Young's time of 1:28.642? We'll find out. There's a couple of people coming out for another lap. I can see, such as Fighter and Yari and Karkaf. Liam comes around the final corner on the start-finish straight. What's he gonna do here? Looking okay, this actually, you know. Not bad at all. 130.1, but only gets into P12, which just shows the standard of laps being put out by everyone else. So with 10 minutes to go now. Max Young still on provisional pole. Closest time to him at the moment is Nico with a 128.7, only a tenth behind him, less than a tenth actually behind him. Meanwhile, on board with Liam. Is he going for another run here? I think he is, so we'll stay on board with him for a little bit. I'll have a look at him again in a second. Is he the only person setting a lap up normally? Fighter's setting a lap in sector 1, Wet Boy and Drogs is on sector 2. We're back on board here with Liam, who once again is going in the pits. A couple of drivers have done that to me now. Goodness sake. So we're on board with Fighter. We know Fighter can put in a good qualifying session, and he looks like he's just took 3 tenths off his time in sector 2. Looking good so far. Currently in P4 with a 129. Oh, Wet Boy on Drugs. That could have been a bit nasty, but they managed to stay out of trouble. Meanwhile, Nico has gone completely off the track to try and stay out of Fighter's way. I think it has slowed him down a wee bit though. But we'll see what lap time he does. He comes on to the final start-finish straight. And Fighter is going to go into P3. He's going to go 128.7. Decent lap from him. Couple of unfortunate moments there with some traffic. As we're on board here with Ege, who I think is at the moment, is he going into the pits, or I think he might be a... No, he is setting a proper lap. I don't know why it looked a lot slower than he actually is. Can he improve on his 129.4? He can just, but not enough to get him out of P9. We're on board here with Penna, who is currently P5 with 129.054. Can he potentially take a few tenths off his time and challenge the front runners for a provisional pole? We'll wait and see as he comes round the final corner here onto the start-finish straight. He's going to stay in P5, just go slightly slower. Still solid consistency from him. Unfortunately, Ege has invalidated his lap time. We're now on board here with Dan, and I just noticed that Nico has managed to go on provisional pole with a 28.4. Very good lap from him. I wonder if Max Jung is going to be able to respond at all. We're on board with him right now, as he is on his final sector of his lap. So he's got 2 tenths to make up on Nico here. What can he do? If he comes around the final corner, keeping it nice and tight, not losing too much speed. What can he do? Can he get himself on provisional pole? He can with a 128.3 from Max. Very good from him. As he just completely misses the corner. Don't know what he's doing there. I think it's just to try and get back to the pits as quick as possible to try and get another lap in. Meanwhile, we're on board with Kebab. Currently P8 for 129.3. What can he do? I'm wondering if he is actually is he setting a fast lap or is he going into the pits? No, he is setting a lap time. As he comes around the final corner, what can Kebab do? Can he get himself higher up the grid? As Kebab does a 128.8, getting himself up to P4. Very good from him. He'll be hoping to get himself back to the pits now to get one more final fast lap in. So we've got just over 4 minutes left of qualifying to go. Ege currently on an out lap, as is Yari. Meanwhile, Jules on the medium tyres. So has he decided that he's not going to be in the top 10? He wants to start on the medium tyres. I'm not sure what his thinking is there. He is the only person at the moment who is on medium tyres. Maybe a strange move from him. So 3 minutes to go as Ege starts his fast lap. Currently P9 with a 129.4. He has fresh softs on. He'll be hoping to get himself higher up the grid. We'll stay on board with him for just a little bit. Looks like he might be the only person currently setting a lap. So 2 minutes 30 to go. Ege really needs to improve on that time to get himself higher up the grid. Of course, if he doesn't finish in the top 10 in qualifying, he will have free choice of tyre. So that could be a strategy that some might be adopting. I feel like that might be what Jules is doing. Looks like he's currently in the pits at the moment. So Ege on his final part of his lap. Coming around the final corner, what can he do? Looking alright this from Ege at the moment. What can he do? Ege is going to do a 128.8, going to go 6 tenths faster, and that will get him up to P6. Very good from him. As we're on board here with Yari. Currently in P3. Would like to challenge Max and Nico for the pole positions. I think he's going to go again actually. He's going to go again, so we'll catch up with him afterwards. Scotty Fenner, what is he doing? I think he's trying to get round so he can do another lap. That's what he's doing. Some things you've just got to do. As Jules is doing the same thing actually as well. Plenty of yellow flags going on as drivers try to cut corners to get back to do another lap. We have got 45 seconds left. But boy on drugs using a type of Mario Kart shortcut there. Meanwhile we're on board here with Penna. Currently in P8. His fastest lap is a 1:29.054. Can he improve on his lap time? Can he get himself higher up the grid? The racing point. As Penner goes up by one position and goes a couple of tenths faster, so not the worst for him. And probably that's going to be the end of his qualifying. Meanwhile, we're on board with Fighter. Currently in P4 still. He's actually got an invalidated lap, as has Nico here. So we'll go on board with Max John. Currently on provisional pole. And with Nico, and well, it probably has actually got pole actually. Yeah, he does have pole already because Nico has invalidated his laps. He's not going to have time to do another lap. So Max Strong is going to be on pole position unless anyone else can stop him. Wonder if Carcraft can. He's currently in P10, a 1:29.2. Has been on pole before Carcraft, so as Max Strong goes quicker with a 1:28.2, making it even harder for anybody to overtake him. As Carcraft comes around the final corner onto the start-finish straight. For the last time in qualifying, what can Carcraft do? He's going to do a 1:28.4, get him up to P2. So he definitely saved his best lap time to the end. Very good from him. Meanwhile, Wet Boy on drugs, trying to do a lap. We need to get past the Ferrari. Wonder if he can go any faster. He got a little bit wide in the last couple of corners. Comes onto the final start-finish straight. What can he do? He gets himself up to P9, into the top 10 with 1:28.8, goes 4 tenths faster. Excuse me, very good from him. And that will do us for qualifying, guys. So Max Strong takes another pole position in the league. There's a couple now, can't tell you how many off the top of my head, but very good from him. Carcraft coming in second with his very last final lap with 1:28.4. Nico and Yari are on the second row. Fighter Kebab on the third. Ege and Penner on the fourth row. Wordplay on Jogs is accompanied by Bob Sadder on the fifth row. Duncan Jules on the sixth. Scotty Fenner and Liam on the seventh. And Raz all on his own on the eighth to round off the grid. You have to read the comments. You're just asking me to say a lot of stuff and whatnot, and I'm not gonna do that. I'm too busy focused on the commentary and the race. What if you put some actual, decent comments? I'll read them. But if you're just gonna ask me to say stuff, I'm just gonna ignore it. But it is great to see. We have 9 viewers in the chat, so that's really good to see. Hope you are all enjoying the stream. If you do leave a follow. I do these streams every week. Play a bunch of other games as well, so do drop us a follow as well. Be much appreciated. And let me know who you think is going to win the race. I think I can tell who a couple of people in the chat want to win. Say Yarek. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. Anyway, looks like we've got some rain for the race, so this is gonna throw a curveball in the works. Of course, I wouldn't know what the weather's like because it doesn't tell me. I'm sure the drivers would have known already that it's going to be a wet start to the race. So I'm looking forward to this. we've had a wet race already this season. I'm trying to remember where it was now. I don't think Italy was wet. I can't remember now off the top of my head, but it was a good race either way. So I'm sure this will be as well. Good luck to all the drivers once again. Keep it nice and clean, and have a good race. We'll have the formation lap first of all. Right, no. Don't need that on. So, position change. Leader on first of all. Yeah. So everybody obviously starting on the intermediate tyres now because of the rain. It would be interesting to know how long the rain is expected to last. If any drivers are in the chat at all, if you get a quick second and you know the answer, do let me know. It would be greatly appreciated. So if you're on the one-stop strategy, you're going to be pitting on lap 13 to the end. If you're on two-stop, you pit on lap 9 and then you go to lap 18. So basically, I would probably say most people are going to be on the two-stop as Bob Sadder. I noticed that. What happened with him there? Seems to be an incident there between Penna and Bob Sadder. I think they just both went into each other. That was really strange, that. Well, that incident has messed up Penna and Bob Sadder's chance to warm up their tyres on the formation lap. That was really strange, that, actually. That was very strange. I'm not saying any more things, guys. Stop asking me, please. As we are about to go racing. So we're at round 7 of the Sunday Racing League, the F1 division. Rain stopped around before half the race. Thank you very much, Jules. Much appreciated, mate. That's good. So here we go, guys. As we prepare to go racing. I can't see the oh yeah, I can. 5 red lights. And away we go for the French Grand Prix, round 7 of the SRL League, as Yari takes the lead. Max Strong didn't get a very good start at all there. So his teammate's able to jog 3 places there, as is Fighter. Does something happen potentially? I'm not too sure, as a Ferrari is going wide there. That is a Fighter, I believe. Something happened there, got a bit of contact. Not ideal for him. He's trying to find out who's actually first. Is it still Max Strong? Yeah, it is. So it was a bit of confusion there with the standings. I thought Max Strong had been overtaken, but no, he was still up front. So I do apologise for that. But something definitely happened there with the Ferraris. Definitely a wee tangle there, at least with one of them. So Kebab got a great start, got himself up to P3 from P6, very good from him. Jules has had a phenomenal start as well. He's got himself up from P12 to P6 as I say that, again, his teammate gets past him as Jules goes wide. Oh, a bit of contact between Bob Sadder and Dank. Nothing too malicious though, just a bit of racing contact, you could call it. Many drivers seem to be struggling on the wet conditions of the rain is really thundering down now. Bob Sadler really wants to try and get past Dank, but not an option. He'll have to settle to stay behind. Of course, no DRS with the rain, so they'll have to do it all themselves. They won't have any drag reduction system to help them out on the straights. So Fighter and Penna are that terrible start, particularly Fighter, which gone down from P5 down to P15. Definitely an incident that happened on that first corner. Then I think he might have gone a little bit deep or something, and maybe someone hit him on the back. I don't know if he went deep or someone hit him. I'm not too sure. If someone knows, do clear it up in the chat for me. As we're on board here with the leader, Max Jung, who has pulled out almost a 2-second gap now to Carcraft. As Raz gets past Scotty Fennell to get himself up to P12. And now Raz can set out getting after the rest of the pack as well. So a couple of position changes happening at the moment. Danker's got himself up to P6 by the looks of things. Meanwhile, Nico is on the back of Kebab at the moment. Well, probably too far back to make a move at the moment. As Webboy and Drugs comes into the pits. I think he might have some damage potentially, so that's why he decided to come in. Meanwhile, Fighter trying to pick up a few positions, trying to recover his race after dropping so many at the start, as Bob Sadler has retired from the session. Well, it was a terrific qualifying for Bob Sadler, but it's been a horrible formation lap and a horrible race for him. As we do have a full safety car. All the cars are going to have to drop their speed now, stay positive delta, allow everybody to bunch up together. What a first couple of laps we've had though. Need to catch my breath just a wee bit, struggling to keep up. So currently Max Strong and Carcraft are P2, are in the top 2 I should say. This safety car is going to help Carcraft out as Max Strong was pulling away by quite a high margin. And this will allow him to catch up now. Of course, there's no overtaking in the yellow flags, so everybody has to stay behind the driver that's in front of you. As Jules has been given a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. It's very easy to, as Scotty Fennell also comes into the pits, it's very easy to pick up a penalty in the pit lane. You have to reduce your speed very, very quickly, and it drops to 37 miles an hour, so it's very easy to pick up a penalty, so it's a shame that for Jules. Who comes out with Scotty Fennell towards the back of the grid. So it's important for the drivers to try and keep those tyres as warm as possible, as Ege has retired from the session. What happened there? Did something happen during the safety car? What happened there? Can someone let me know? That's a shame for Ege, who is out of the race. He seems to be missing quite a few incidents. You don't expect a driver to retire from the race on a safety car, so something must have happened. Can you say hi to my Turkish friends? Hello to everybody in the chat. I wonder if somebody could clear up, if Ege around here could tell us what happened. As they do seem to be, there's a couple of drivers that do seem, as Emre has, I think, lagged out of the session as well, but I'm hoping he can get himself back in. Oh, Ege, sorry, I'm being an idiot. So many things are happening, guys, I can't keep up. I'm getting myself all confused. So Ege is telling me that he got brake tested. That's a real shame, man. That's really annoying. Do you know who brake tested you, mate? Was it your teammate? Do you know who it was? Because we missed it because, well, you just don't think something's going to happen on the safety car. So we started with 15 drivers and we're on lap 5 and we're already down to 13. As Carcraft seems to have passed Max Chung on the safety car. I'm sure he's not meant to do that, so I wonder if Carcraft's going to have to get the position back here, surely. Or did... I'm confused. You think it was a Red Bull? We've only got one Red Bull on the... at the moment, and that is Dank, so... you have to look back at it, mate. But sorry that your race has ended so early. Hopefully you can enjoy the stream. You've had a lot of support for you, lads, I've got to say. You've had a lot of support in the chat. Yeah, I'm confused here. I swear Carcraft has got past Max during the safety car. I don't know. As they both do pit now, you might as well pit. Because all the other drivers are limited to how fast they can go. In fact, I think everybody's jumping in the pits actually. There's a massive train happening here. And this is going to be interesting for the Mercedes because they're going to have to double stack here. So, Max John gets out of the pits and Yari is going to get held up. So maybe wasn't the best idea for them both to come in at the same time. Yeah, I'm the best chance to say that. So, because of the pit stops, Liam, let's have a look at the tyres actually, very quickly. So, we're back on dry conditions now, that's why everybody has jumped into the pits. And Liam, and Jules, who decided to pit a lap early, have managed to get themselves into the top 2 at the moment. So a couple of drivers, they're all doing different strategies. There's a couple doing on the mediums. Some people come onto the soft, so you would think they'd have to pit again, so they're going for a 2-stop strategy. Penna and Scotty Fennell have gone onto the hard tyres as well. So that's an interesting one. as the safety car is in this lap, so we will be going racing again once the safety car comes in, as Yari picks himself up a 3-second time penalty for corner cutting. I'm not sure, I've managed that, probably trying to catch up to the pack, just going a little bit too quick, as he needs to slow down to avoid going into the back of Penna. So we're on lap 6 now, about to go on to lap 7, about to go racing again. Of course, we won't go racing again until the safety car is in the pits, and then it's up to Liam to get us going again. Once he starts accelerating, we can go racing once again. So safety car is in, and we are going racing again, are we? Has the safety car ended? Yes, it has. We are racing once again, as Liam is currently P1, then Jules, then we've got Carcraft, then we've got Kebab, Nico, Raz, Max, Dank, Scotty, Webboy and Jogs, Fighter, Penna, Yari brings up the rear. As Jules goes a little bit, looked like he was going wide there, but he actually didn't. We'll put the position change back on. Many positions being changed here, as Kebab has actually got past Jules as well, has he? What's happened to Jules here? He's gone wide, he's lost his front wing. Has he lost his front wing? Am I being... Yeah, I think he lost his front wing. So he must have had an incident with Kebab potentially, was it? Is that going to mean he's going to have to go into the pits? He's got to be careful doesn't end up spinning out here. Has he lost his front wing? I can't tell. I swear he's lost his front wing. I could be blind here. As Max is now all over the back of him. He's not got DRS just yet. I'm sure we'll get DRS in the next lap as he goes on the inside. Jules is not giving up though, has gone off the track to try and preserve his P5. And I think picked up a penalty as Max tries to go on the outside of him now. He's got enough to get past the Renault driver and get himself up to P5. As Jules looks like he's going to lose out to Dank as well. He might also lose out to F-Boy on drugs, as he does. So very eventful position changes there. Meanwhile, up ahead in P3, Nico trying to get on the back of Kebab here to potentially make a move. But of course still very close together at the moment because of the safety car. All three drivers separated by just a couple of tenths. Kebab, yeah, I thought so. He got off the track there and he's got himself up a 3-second time penalty, but he has got... Looked like he was potentially going to get past Liam there. DRS is enabled. I wonder if he got DRS there. I'm not 100% sure, but he has to concede and stay in P2 for now. Now this is an interesting situation now because for Carcraft there's 4 drivers here and any of always Kebab went off the track again. He's pushing Liam a little bit, both drivers give each other enough space. Kebab does take the lead of the race, and now Nico is on the back of Liam. Here he's going to get DRS. He's probably not even going to need it actually. He's going to breeze past the Racing Point driver. And Liam could be under pressure by Carcraft. Oh, and he's gone into the back of him and has lost his front wing. Well, Carcraft, he was very close to him, but I think the battle between Liam and Nico just unsighted him a little bit, and there was nothing to do. He just couldn't slow down quick enough, and has unfortunately lost a bit of his front wing. I wonder how much of it he has lost. I wonder if he's going to have to go into the pits now, as Dank is going to get past him relatively easily. What a shame for Carcraft, as Wet Boy on Drugs is going to get past him as well. He's going to go onto the outside, as Carcraft does have to jump into the pits now. I'd have to see that again, but it looked like he couldn't see ahead the battle, and it looked like he wasn't expecting the car ahead of him to slow down as much as it did. And Carcraft has come off worse by 100%. Meanwhile, Max is in the pits as well. I wonder if something happened to him, or if he's decided just to change tyres. In fact, he's got to change his front wing as well. So Max and Carcraft having to have front wing changes. We missed that incident with Max. I wonder what happened. Might have ruined both drivers' races, having to come into the pit to change their front wings. As they both now do go onto the hard tyres to make it to the end of the race. So on lap 10, all of the top four. Oh, there's a Nico trying to get past Kebab there, as they both go side by side. Yeah, oh, Kebab, he's took Nico out. He's took Nico out and has ruined his race completely. Well, for me, Kebab was fighting a bit too hard. He maybe should have given him a bit more space, a bit more respect. He didn't. And Kebab has ended up taking him out, and he had to got a mega corner, so I'd be surprised if he hasn't been given a penalty as well in game for that. But he does preserve the lead of the race. But I'm sure that's an incident that will be spoke about at the end of this race from those two drivers. They looked like they were getting a bit too close for comfort, both of them. And Nico has ended up dropping down to P7 because of that incident, but I don't know if he got any front wing damage or not. I think he might be okay. Can't really tell from here. I need to be able to see the front of the car. His front wing is intact, I thought, so that's good. As Penna picks up a 3-second time penalty for corner cutting. Meanwhile, Liam is getting closer to Dank here. Dank is of course on those soft tyres. Liam's tyres will be a lot better now. Dank is probably going to have to pit in a couple of laps again as well, so you wonder if Liam is going to fight him too much here, or if he's going to accept that he's going to get him in a couple of laps, but I'm Meanwhile, Kebab has decided to pit, as has Nico. So, Wet Boy and Jogs and Dank are now the front runners at the moment. Of course, both still have to pit, so you could say Liam and Jules are the actual front runners in this race. Jules all over the back here of Liam. He's going to get the RS, he's not even going to need it. He got a really good run there, and does get past to get himself up into the podium places, as he can now set his sights on Dank potentially here. Jules, of course, on the better tyres now as well. He's going to breeze past Dank. I suspect Dank isn't going to fight this too much. Both drivers giving each other enough space. Could we battle here for P2? Jules trying to go on the outside. Has he got the move done? Goes a bit off the track, but does get it done. And gets himself up to P2. And if you wonder if Dan could be under pressure now by Liam, as he is going to go into the pits now, Dan, and promote Liam up into the grid into P3. So right now, Jules does have the lead of this race. He's on the medium tyres. You wonder if he can go to the end of the race on the mediums. He'd have to do another 14 laps. It'll be interesting to see. Of course, Liam, of course, on the mediums, same amount of laps as well. Could be interesting that. They should be okay. Might do a bit of tyre management just to make sure he's going to make it to the end. Meanwhile, Carcraft and Dank within DRS of each other. Carcraft trying to get back up to P2, and meanwhile he's got more problems as Yari gets past him and demotes Carcraft down into P12. It's mental how you can be so close to getting off a position yourself, but then you can be under pressure from behind, and within half a lap you can have dropped the position when you thought you would be up one. But that is the beauty of Formula 1 racing, as Yari, like, he's getting, and Dank has it's just got on the curb and just had a little bit of a wobble, and that is demoted him back down to P12, as he's getting a little bit racy with Carcraft here, but he's going to get DRS here. Should get past. Is he going to get past the Alpha? He's going to have to do it the long way. He's going to have to go on the outside. And he's going to have the inside line as well. A wee bit of contact between Carcraft and Dank again. Carcraft going into the back to give him a little nudge. But it looks like Dank has got the move done and got himself up into P11. He can get back after Yari. Meanwhile, further up the grid, Penna is getting closer to Scotty Fennell as these two fight for P4. Both have been on their hard tyres for 8 laps, so none should have a time advantage over the other, or too much advantage anyway. Penna trying to... Oh, Scotty Fennell has gone wide there. That will have helped Penna. He needs to get himself a nice exit here. He's going to get DRS on him. Wonder if he is close enough to make a move down this straight, the start-finish straight. Scotty Fennell goes to the right hand side to defend, but Penna was far too far back to make a move, and will stay in P5 for now. Meanwhile, Liam picks himself up a 3-second penalty for corner cutting once again. I say once again, I can't remember if he has already had one or not. So Penna is going to get DRS once again here. He's gaining on Scotty Fennell here. He's gaining. Scotty goes, looked like he was going to go to the outside to try and defend. Penna's going to try and take him on the... Get the inside, and there is contact between the two. Penna just squeezing Scotty Fennell out just maybe a wee bit, but he's got the move done and got himself up into P4. Penna was trying to stay on the racing line there by the looks of things, and maybe just squeeze Scotty out just a wee bit, but nevertheless, the facts are that does put Penna up into P4. Meanwhile, Yari has got past Nico to get up to P9. As Carcraft is on the back of Dank once again. Meanwhile, Liam has decided to pit, which has promoted Fighter up to P2. Liam will go on to another set of medium tyres. So still a couple of pit stops for the drivers to do. You would imagine Jules is probably going to have to pit again if that's the case. Fighter as well. 10 and 11 other laps on the hard tyres. Not too sure. Might be okay. So while we don't have too many incidents, let's just take a wee quick look at the incidents. I'm not going to say them, I'm just going to scroll through so you guys can take a look at them. A couple of penalties for speeding in the pit lane I see, then mostly corner cutting penalties. 10-second penalty for Kebab for that corner cut that we saw before. So plenty of incidents. So you imagine that the grid that we finish on track is not going to stay the same. Meanwhile, Jules has decided to pit, and Fighter has decided to stay out and take the provisional lead of this race. So Jules decided to go on to the soft tyres by the looks of things, so he thinks he can get 10 laps out of them softs. If they're fresh softs, he might have a chance to. It might be a bit difficult towards the end of the race, but could work out. So since those unfortunate retirements for Ege and Bob Sada, we've managed to keep everybody else in the race so far. As Dank is getting very close to Jules. Of course on medium, Jules, maybe his tyres aren't quite fully warmed up yet, but it does retain his position at the moment. Meanwhile, Nico up the road, currently after Yari. Yari on the medium tyres, Nico on the hards. It could be a very interesting battle this for P7. As Kebab gets past Raz to take P4. Kebab of course was on the fresher medium tyres, so made light work of Raz on the start finish straight. As Carcraft trying to take advantage of Jules maybe not having warm-up tyres, but those tyres will be getting a lot warmer now, and you can see Jules pulling away there. Jules, of course, the only person actually on soft tyres at the moment, so potentially could even get fastest lap of the race if he can set a good lap. Meanwhile, Yari, Raz and Wet Boy on drugs, all three of them very close to each other. This is the battle for P6 at the moment. For P5 actually I should say, my bad. So at the moment, Fighter looking good. He's got an 8-second lead over Penna as Raz does go into the pits, and you've got to think the fighter could be going into the pits in the next lap potentially. And Raz joins Jules on the soft tyres. 8 laps on the soft should be absolutely fine, so he'd be alright to go to the end of the race. It just hasn't been Max's race today, has it? And I think an incident in the first couple of laps, and just hasn't been able to get himself up the grid at all. Currently in P12. It's going to be vulnerable to Raz, who is on those fresh soft tyres. The gap is coming down all the time. Meanwhile, this is the battle for P2 between Scotty Fennell and Penna. Fighter does pit now and gets onto the soft tyres. I wonder where he's going to come out of. So a couple of pits there. Kebab also pitting, getting onto the medium tyres. Meanwhile, Jules is all over the back of Nico on fresher tyres, on better tyres. He makes very light work there, and Nico gets himself back up to P4. So you got to say Jules is in a not bad position here, because Penna and Scotty Fennell might have to pit again. I'm not too sure if ends at those hard tyres could go to the end. And he's on faster tyres and fresher tyres than Yari. So Jules in a good position here to maybe win this race. As Nico tries to hold on to Jules, help him tag him along to get himself away from Carcraft. Meanwhile, Max desperately trying to stay out of the DRS zone of Raz, but unfortunately it's looking inevitable that the Ferrari is going to get past the Mercedes here. We will go back to that battle later on. Meanwhile, Carcraft is gaining on Nico. Needs to keep it nice and tidy for the DRS zone that's coming up. Carcraft is getting DRS here. He is gaining on Nico here. He's gaining. Is he gaining enough? I don't think so. He's too far back, and he'll have to stay where he is. Meanwhile, Fighter gets past Wet Boy on drugs. Much better on the soft tyres. As Liam has spun out. He's had a wee bit of a spin. I'm not sure what happened, if it was all him or if he's been hit. But that has demoted him down into P10. Not ideal for him at all. Fighter, meanwhile, has now got his eyes set on Dank after getting past Wet Boy on drugs. Max Sean picks up a 3-second time penalty for corner cutting. Here we go, Fighter, he's going to get DRS on Dank here. He's gaining. He is gaining on Dank. You would expect him to get this move done here, going into the first corner, and he will do. As Dank has to sit behind the Ferrari driver, knowing that he could not fight that battle at all. Meanwhile, this is the lead for the French Grand Prix. It's between Scotty Fennell and Penna. Scotty is gaining on Penna here with help with DRS, but it's too far back to make a move and will stay behind. Of course, he's got Yari behind him as well, so he's got to make sure if he goes for a move, he doesn't compromise himself and allow Yari to get past. France, of course, is a very long circuit, it's very hard on the tyre wear, so... Oh, and Yari's gonna avoid Scotty Fennell by going wide. And Yari looks like he might have the edge on Scotty Fennell here on fresher tyres, on medium tyres. Scotty Fennell and himself are actually going to jump into the pits. Which means that Penna stays out, so he's going to be in the lead of the race, going into the final 4 laps. And now Jules, as we mentioned a couple of laps ago, in a very good position on those soft tyres, is gaining on Penna here. He's just got to keep it tidy, he's got to not make any mistakes and set himself up a good move in the DRS zone to get past here. Gonna get DRS on the racing point here. Who is weaving around it a little bit just to try and stop the slipstream and DRS being so effective. Jules is gonna not be far enough back to make a move, and he's gonna go a little bit a bit late on the brakes, but keeps himself behind Penna. And once again he is gaining. He might have better. Is he able to make a move? Oh, and he's gone into the back of Penna. Oh, he was trying to stay as close to him as possible. And he's gone into the back of Penna and took off potentially. I think he might have took some of his front wing off. And has allowed Carcraft and Nico both to pass him. He's going to have all the work to do again now. As Nico himself is going to fancy a move. He's on fresher hard tyres than Penna, who is struggling. And was there a little bit of contact there between Nico and Penna? I think there might have been maybe a bit of lag that resulted in it. It looked like he was close. I'm not sure he was close enough to cause Penna to spin out by that much, but that's a shame for Penna, who did seem to be struggling on those worn hard tyres, and has now dropped himself to P5 and given Nico the lead of the race. But Carcraft on slightly worn hard tyres is all over the back of Nico at the moment. He might be able to take him here, as they both go side by side. Carcraft gets past Nico and takes the lead of the race. So 3 laps to go. Carcraft needs to just watch his tyres and just careful that Nico doesn't leave an opening for Nico to use. But you've got to fancy Nico having a go at Carcraft himself with slightly fresher hard tyres and with DRS help. He's gaining on Carcraft. I think he's not going to probably go for a move here. He's going to sensibly stay behind him and wait for the next DRS zone potentially. As Max Strong has retired from the race. I'm not sure what happened. In fact, Yari is also, so maybe there was a coming together. between the two Mercedes, but they are both out of the race. Compounds a miserable French Grand Prix for both Mercedes. And that leaves us now with 11 runners left, with just 2 or 3 laps to go in this race. Carcraft still leads. Nico still is within the DRS zone of Carcraft. He needs to make sure he keeps it that way. So this is the battle that we're focusing at the moment. For the lead of the race. Fighter, of course, himself is on soft tyre. I wonder if he could have took the fight to them, but I'm not 100% sure he can now. So it is between these two by the looks of things, barring any incidents happening. Carcraft, of course, has been on those hard tyres for a couple laps longer than Nico has. Wonder if he's going to start to feel that loss of grip now. Can he keep Nico behind for just 2 more laps? Meanwhile, the 2 racing points are scrapping for P4 here. Liam, is he going to get past his teammate here as they go side by side? Liam is going to get past, of course, on the better tyres, on fresher tyres than Penna. A no-brainer to maybe some team orders came into works there, letting him pass as we go back to the battle for the race win. Nico's slightly gaining on Carcraft. He's brought the gap down to 0.4 seconds now. Nico now has to stay concentrated. He's got to keep gaining. He's got to keep this as tidy as possible, so he can set himself up really well for the start finish hit, where he will get DRS on Carcraft. Carcraft is going to lead us into the final lap of the race in the lead. As Nico is gaining on him. He's gaining on him. Has he got the move done? It looks like he has, although Carcraft is still going at him. But it looks like Nico has got past to take the lead on the final lap of the race. Well, he looked like he was gaining. He was keeping within half a second of DRS on Carcraft. I wonder if he can now use DRS to his own advantage as well to get Nico back. He's not going to get another DRS zone here, so he's going to have to try and get Nico potentially in the final sector. Of course, we don't know the penalties yet, so we're just going on what the on-track positions are like, but it looks like Nico, barring any mistakes, is going to take the race win on track. As Carcraft does looks like he's dropping back a wee bit, just the final corner. And it is going to be, it's just Nico to take the race win on track. Carcraft will follow him. It looks like Nico has got the race win. Very well done to him. Meanwhile, Fighter is going to take P3 at the moment by the looks of things. Then we have the racing points as Liam crosses the line in P4. Henna in P5. Jules is going to take P9. Scotty Fell's been given a 5-second time penalty for not serving one, so he's going to be P7, and Dank is going to finish at the back in P. It's going to promote himself up to P9 because of penalties. Wow, and Liam gets the driver of the day according to the game. Wow, what a race, guys. What a race. So many incidents happening, particularly at the top end of the grid. But well done to, oh, it's just Nico for taking the race win. He left it late, left it to the final lap, didn't rush it, and eventually it was inevitable that he was going to get past. Just to confirm, Nico, did he not get he did not get a penalty, so it wouldn't have mattered. He would have got past Yarcraft because of the penalties. Bicep takes P3, Penna P4, Liam P5, Whipple and George P6, Scotty P7, Bab P8, Dank P9, Raz P10, and Jules on P11, who dropped down because of penalties. With two Mercedes of Yari and Max Chong not finishing the race because of incidents. Ege and Bob Sider doing the same. So we had 4 drivers not finish the race. But wow, what an eventful race that was. I'm sure there's going to be a couple of trips to the steward's room, you could say. But well done to all the drivers that took part in the race, and particularly well done to all the drivers that managed to finish the race. Hard luck to anyone that didn't manage to. But that's going to be the end of it from me. It's been a pleasure to be able to commentate this race, as always. Thanks to the SRL for allowing me to do so. Our next race is going to be Canada. I'm not sure if I'm going to be the one to stream it. But whoever it is, I'm sure you'll all enjoy it. But until then, guys, have a fantastic week. Stay safe. And I will catch you all later on. Take care.